Okie doke. So we've got we've got a new expression here, right? It has four terms. So I think one of the things I want you to do is when you see something with four terms, I want you to think, oh, maybe we're going to use grouping on this. Okay? I think grouping works very effectively and it's useful, right? It works really well. So I am putting this back kind of where I wanted it. So let's mess about with this. So remember when we talked, we said that sometimes you can try things and the order isn't super important, right? So let's just, I usually try to do it in the order it's in first. Okay, so let's try that first. All right, so we've got Rn plus 5n, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, okay, well, I know there's an R here and there's an R here. Okay, and there's an n here, and there's an n here, and there's no other n, right? So, but there's a 5 and a 5. So what if I rewrite this as Rn minus R, right? So I'm just moving these around using the commutative property of addition, right? And then plus 5n minus 5. And you notice here you've got this group where your n is first, and you got your minus sign second, and here I've got the same kind of thing. So you're looking for a pattern. You're looking to kind of establish sort of a pattern. All right? So now I can pull an R out of these first two terms, and that's going to leave me with n. N times R is Rn, and then minus, well, 1, right? R times 1 gives me R. Okay, now this group right here, the only thing I can pull out is that 5, right? But look what it leaves me, n minus 1. And so we've got this common factor here that we will factor out front, and then whatever's left, right? So we've got u and we've got u. Whatever's left with that, we're going to put into our other parenthesis and put them together. So I have r plus 5. And we have achieved a simplified factored form for this top expression. Now, what if we did it the way it was written? Okay, well, we've got Rn minus R plus 5n minus 5. Maybe you're like, you know, Mr. Simons, you know, or sorry, I just rewrote it the way I rewrote it the first time. What if we decided to do it, like I said, the way it was written up here? Okay, well, if I've got Rn plus 5n and then minus R minus 5, all right, let's try it, see what happens. Well, these first two I can pull only an n out, right? And if I do that, then I get R plus 5, okay? Which we're kind of on the right track here because we know we had R plus 5 over here, and I've got it here. And then here, I want to get this to R plus 5. We know that's what we want. So the only way I can make that happen is because this is positive here and this is positive here. But you notice up here it's negative and it's negative. What makes it negative? Well, negative 1, right? Negative 1 times R is negative R. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. And now I've got this common factor I can pull out. And then whatever's left here, we've got n minus 1, and that's going to go right in here. And lo and behold, we have the same thing we got over here. It's just in a slightly different order, but it's going to get you to the same place if we expand it back out to this, right? So, like I've said, this is just a matter of trying some different things and seeing what you get. Okay, so that's what I want to encourage you guys to do, is to just sort of be, you know, be creative with this. Okay, so we're going to pause the vid, and then the next video it's going to be a little longer, and we're just going to go over examples with, you know, multiple variables and what we're doing. Or I don't know if they have multiple variables, but it'll be a little more complex. All right, so we'll see you then.